the WCB Podcast, your source for all things Chicago Blackhawks and everything hockey. With your host, let's do it, Jarom, Tanner, and Nolly.
All right, it's another edition of the WCB Podcast, a part of the Hockey Podcast Network. I fucked that up.
Leave it.
Part of the Hockey Podcast Network, a part of the WCBN Network, presented by DraftKings and Raycon. It's Jarom, it's Tanner, it's Nolly. What's up, guys?
What's up, boys? Apparently, SDPN or WCBN Network is a thing. You don't have to just say N, but we had the network in too.
Network in too, yeah.
Hey.
Well, now we can do more than just, hockey. We got the WCB
networking.
bogeys. Yeah, networking.
Networking.
So yeah. How you guys been? Good week?
I mean, it's all right. I'm doing okay, just hanging in. Fucking
Maple's aggressively barking at these two elderly ladies walking behind my house, so I feel bad for them. I have officially reached the point of summer where I really need hockey season back. Like, there's that lull in it, like when the season first ends, to where you're like, all right, like I could use the break now, but I am fully back in. I watched a video of every playoff overtime goal today. I watched a highlight reel of Thompson. I watched every single Toronto Maple Leafs goal. It was 48 minutes long. I watched the Chicago Blackhawks every single goal again. I'm back in.
Did you catch the buzzer beaters?
No, I didn't.
It's hilarious because not all the goals actually really mattered.
Yeah.
It's like a fucking buzzer beater in a 6-2 game. But it's 6-3. Fucking awesome, dude. Hilarious.
Man.
It's kind of like always in the lull of summer when like the new free agency dies, nothing much going on, and then it's just like, oh, come back, baby, come back.
Oh my god. Speaking of like highlight videos, the Hawks put out one on YouTube of Philip Kurashev, and it is mediocre as fuck. And it's so funny because it's like starts out and you're like, man, yeah, he's got good like scores and goals. And then it's just like high danger chances where he doesn't score.
Just chops the puck out, it out.
There's literally some of those where like he made the pass and then the play just continues, and then it's still just like a shot that doesn't even go in. Just like, what is this highlight package that we have here? It's so weird.
$2 million man or $1.5 million man.
He's 225, right?
225. $225 million man. Well, you know what? Who's really starting a highlight reel of himself right now? Frank Nazar. World Junior Summer Showcase. Team Sweden just getting lit up by Nazar. Put up 4 goals and an assist. Fucking kid's ready to play, man.
Yeah, what happened, Sweden? You guys saving it all for the winter, waiting for the gold medal game. I mean, what'd you say it was like a 10-3 final?
10-1.
10-1.
I mean, Jesus.
Obviously, there's little I can't think of the fucking word. Gap between the skill level on the players there. Which is weird for Team Sweden, but I mean, yeah, it's great to see that he's fucking just lighting up. I mean, 4 goals in a game, no matter who you're playing, it's still sick.
Yeah,
it's still like a World Juniors. Like, maybe it's not like the aces, but it's still, the kids are fucking representing their country.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're still coming out on top as the top player, like that in a game, like obviously you're doing something right, and you're top prospect for a reason.
I'm just really excited for his season coming up here, just because he had the short season last year. We're dealing with the injury. Now he's going to be top dog, I think, at Michigan with Fantilli gone. Like, he is going to have a chance to be the guy, and it's going to be fucking awesome to see.
It's funny just thinking about that too, with Fantilli being gone, like him being one. Same situation in Minnesota. Like, Logan Cooley signed, and so now Oliver Moore, maybe he's going to be 1C. I don't know what their lineup was looking like, but I mean, he's committed there. I'm sure he's got a better shot at being 1C than they thought when Cooley was there, right? Like, that's pretty fucking cool.
After last episode, we were literally talking about how excited we were that he was going to be Moore was going to be playing with Logan Cooley, and then like literally a day later, it was like Logan Cooley signs his entry-level contract. Fuck.
Yeah, Arizona.
Why are you doing this, man?
Arizona somehow just convincing him, like, hey, man, you already play in college. Like, just let's get paid for it.
Yeah, was that Pete Blackburn that tweeted out like Logan Cooley leaves college to go play in college? Like,
yeah, it's like, oh, Logan Cooley just transferred schools from like Minnesota to ASU.
I'm kind of surprised Minnesota didn't come back with like the nil agreement and be like, hey, we'll give you like $1 million to stay here and play. Like,
I mean, the rink's got to be smaller than Minnesota's. Minnesota's got to have a pretty big.
Oh
rink.
God, yeah.
Like,
I think their rink is
Minnesota's high school rinks are bigger.
Yeah,
it's true.
Of course, their college rink is going to be massive.
Yeah, I am like curious too because I wonder how Michigan's going to be because they've had so many high end players for the past couple of years, but it seems like all of them are starting to like kind of join the NHL. Like they also lost Luke Hughes last year at the end of the year. So I mean, losing literally your two top guys in Hughes and Fantilli. Like, I mean, I know they always have a good feeder system going in, but
they still have some guys that got drafted that are staying there. Like, I mean, just off the top of my head, Gavin Brindley, who also went to Columbus, like he's going to be staying.
Yeah, I'm not saying like they're going to be bad. And putting Nazar, like you said, if he's 1C there, like that's going to be huge for him. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see where they end up this year after, especially, I mean, the last 2 years, they were like probably top 3 in the nation where they should be like probably winning the NCAA title, and they just fell apart in the Frozen Four. So,
it's kind of impressive the last 2 seasons, the talent that they've had come through there, because I mean, this past season, like you said, like Fantilli and like Luke Hughes, but even the year before when like they had drafted like Kent Johnson, fucking Matty Beniers, Owen Power, like all top 5. Like
the fact that that team couldn't.
Was there not a fourth? Was there a fourth guy that was drafted, or am I just going crazy?
I'm sure there was, but I don't know.
They had
I think
3 out of the top 5 picks coming out of Michigan. Like,
how that team didn't win it all that year.
Oh, Luke Hughes was the other top 5 pick.
Hughes,
What the fuck? We were just talking about him. Like, they had 4 guys in the top 5.
Yeah, it's gross. So I mean, obviously they're doing something right. So
I mean, it's Michigan.
Sure
it's like Michigan, Minnesota, Boston College. Like all those schools are always going to have
North
these
Dakota.
are always going to have the top end. And I think it's just exciting. I'm hopefully find a way to watch, a little bit more college hockey this year. Because, as fun as it's going to be watching Bedard, there's going to be times just like, all right, let's need a break from the Blackhawks. Let's watch some of the future a little bit here and see, and being able to watch.
I'm going to be locked in on Bedard. I am absolutely zoned in.
Oh, he's so boring with his fucking amazing skill.
Another fucking nasty highlight reel goal. Are you kidding?
All right, fuck me. Right.
No, but it's funny because like I feel like everybody used to go like the junior routes, like the major junior in Canada, and I don't know who started it. I feel like there's one like, I mean, I guess it's been sprinkled in there, but you're really starting to see a lot of big name players come out of college now. I mean, I feel like the biggest one to start like of this whole group was kind of Jack Eichel, but I mean, he was American. So it's just like you're starting to see Canadians come down and play. Like we said, like we keep saying Fantilli's American because we play college, just because we
right. You just have that assumption.
Right, he's Canadian, so it's like it's really cool seeing. I mean, one, where USA Hockey's going, and two, seeing these fucking college kids like make it.
Yeah,
it was kind of
part of the big draw of it too is the fact that like there's the pros and the cons, right? So in like juniors in Canada, like you can sign your ticket for the NHL and still be playing in juniors, but like you can't do that in the NCAA. But if you want to hold out, you can become a fucking free agent. Like, sure, you don't get paid for a while. You kind of push that off. Plus, like the college game, you kind of see the guys are a little bit bigger. Like they're as young as like 15, 16 in the juniors, right? So everybody's like 18, 19, 20, 21 in college. Like you're playing more built out guys. So it's like a little bit of a tougher game in certain aspects.
And you're seeing guys leave college like after the freshman or sophomore year and just come and dominate. I mean, look at Cale Makar. Like, he came right out of college, and he was like a fifth overall pick. Like, people didn't even realize how good he was, and he just came in and just immediately lit it up. I mean, it's especially for defensemen, it just makes a lot of sense. I feel like going to college because you just get so much more time to develop, and not only that, but like these who wouldn't want to go play at a big time college like with these fans? Like, I know the junior fans up in Canada are fucking nuts, but like it's your student body, like it's kids your age.
You get to experience the collegiate life too. Like
right. Yeah, just walking around campus and stuff like that. I mean, I get like school's not for everybody, but like I don't know. It's definitely I think a lot of players are starting to realize like how good you could have it.
Plus, some of the coaches that are on those teams, man, too, like those guys, they have great coaching staffs, great facilities. Like the facilities are, I don't know, like I would love to see the comparison between like junior teams and like collegiate teams, like especially like we're talking about, like if University of Minnesota probably has like a disgusting place. I don't know if I kind of remember seeing like University of North Dakota. Yeah, like their stadium is sick incredible. And I don't know if anything in the CHL would compare to that.
I remember, I don't know how true it is, but I remember hearing a couple of years ago when North Dakota built that new stadium that there was teams like Florida that wouldn't allow if you were on Florida, you could not work out in the off seasons at North Dakota just because North Dakota's facilities were so much better than the Panthers.
Oh my God.
They didn't want you to see the grass is always green around the other side, like what you're missing out on.
Well, don't you're a fucking professional hockey team. Don't just up your shit. Just make sure that nobody else can. You can't go there. Sorry.
Do you think Calgary even tries to let their players know that there's other facilities out there? Like how shitty their areas are. They're probably just no, don't. You can only work out here. Nope.
Do you think Calgary's done drafting Americans?
Well, and trading for them.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, man, I don't even know. If I guess Huberdeau's been coming out and talking.
He's Canadian.
How excited he is to play and redeem himself. So I guess you could keep.
Yeah, he's got to fucking redeem himself and get the fuck out of there. Nobody's gonna fucking try to trade for him right now.
60-point drop off. Kidding me?
He had over 60 assists the year before.
Yeah,
63 assists or something like that.
Biggest drop off.
More than that, he had
115
history. Points.
Well, yeah.
What the fuck were you even starting with right there?
I don't know. I don't
know. Talking about college.
We gotta get off
just Nazar getting 4 goals.
Yeah.
We go, kid.
Let's see.
Tangent.
He had 85 assists the year before.
Oh, he had 85. Jesus.
Yeah. 30 goals, 85 assists. Biggest drop off in NHL history in points.
Classic.
Congratulations, Calgary. You did it.
8 years.
Speaking of young and developmental hockey, the Wirtz Corporation finalized the deal today to purchase the Chicago Steel, the USHL, which is it's interesting because I'm just curious how it works because I don't know if any other NHL team or team owners own USHL teams and how that's actually gonna work, if there's gonna be any issues with collusion allegations or anything like that.
Collusion,
God damn it.
You can't work out with an NHL team ahead of the draft or the combine.
Yeah.
But what if the NHL team owns your team or the owners own the same team?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird situation, but
are they just trying to get the lowdown on Macklin Celebrini?
Yeah, right. Let's figure this out.
Is it going to be worth it?
Oh man,
I don't know.
But yeah, it'll be interesting.
How often does I guess a lot of kids too that play in the USHL would end up, if they don't get drafted, end up going the college route anyway. So
mostly
undrafted and then signing in free agency.
Yeah, mostly the USHL is the development for college hockey. I feel they play a year there, a year or two there, and then they go to whatever a major school or whatever.
Played Steel. Yeah. I think you're just gonna see a lot of steel players come through Rockford. I feel like just like those kind of guys where it's like maybe they don't have a college route or something like that, or like I don't know, they don't have a ton of options, and the Hawks are like, yeah, we'll give you a deal, like whatever. Right. But I was reading that article that you sent about like the Wirtz family buying that, and it said like this is now their third team that they own. I was like, who the fuck third team? And then it was like Rockford. I was like, that's fucking duh. Like why? Just right over my head. I'm like, how did I not think that? Yeah, they do own the AHL team for the Hawks. Yeah,
I honestly I didn't think that they did.
Yeah, they
I
bought
thought it was just like a contracted thing, Like
it used to be. They bought it like 4 years ago, 5 years ago.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So what do we need
right
now?
before COVID?
Wirtz needs like an ECHL team. Is that even worth it?
Buy the Indy Fuel now.
Yeah, I was gonna say buy the Indy Fuel. Yeah, I think it was literally like right before COVID. They ended up buying them. But
okay.
Yeah, because there was like rumors. They were like, "Oh, the contract's ended up with Rockford. Maybe they'll finally get the Wolves and and work with them.
Maybe
and
they can buy the London Knights."
Psych. Yeah, Jesus.
Maybe they'll buy a college. Maybe they'll buy like University of Illinois.
That'd be hilarious.
Just go through and buy everything in Illinois.
The last thing I have for Hawks Talk too here is the Athletic ranked all the contracts in the NHL based on efficiency, and I'm curious where you guys think the Blackhawks ranked on that list.
Middle of the pack?
Yeah, maybe middle of the pack, like towards bottom 15, half.
16? Because you got Seth Jones, bad contract. Peter Mrazek, bad contract. Connor Bedard, best contract he's ever going to have.
It's true.
So
you guys,
is it based on this upcoming season?
It's based on the current contract.
They probably got him at like 20 or 21st.
Yeah, I mean, with the Perry and Foligno deals, like those aren't gonna look too hot on paper.
Johnson's contract isn't terrible, but it's not great.
Not terrible. It's not great.
I forgot that the Hawks have Taylor Hall.
Jason Dickinson's probably a good contract.
Gooder?
Fucking stupid.
I mean, Nikita Zaitsev on 4.5, like it's not good.
Yeah, that's not good either.
But length of contracts, 10. Top 10, guaranteed.
So overall, you're locking in like 20?
Yeah,
like 20, 22.
All right, so overall, the Hawks rank in contract efficiency 32 out of 32.
Okay.
I mean, that's just simply not true. I'd rather be in the Hawks position than the Toronto Maple Leafs position.
Their worst contract, I'm guessing you guys can guess that one.
Seth Jones.
They gave it a D-.
Yeah.
A.
Best contract.
Not an F.
Best contract, and not including people on entry level deals.
Taylor Hall. Or Connor Murphy.
Connor Murphy received a D+ ranking.
Fuck.
That's the best.
No. That's not the best, but that's what I was saying. What he was saying.
Taylor Radish is on ELC. Never mind.
No, he's not.
He's not. Is it Taylor Radish?
Taylor Radish. They gave him a B+.
Well, yeah, $758,000. Yeah.
Yeah, he put up 20 goals. Yeah.
They said,
where do they have Taylor Hall?
Where's Taylor Hall?
Well, I was about to pull it up. And for some reason I got the article for free, and then I went to go scroll back down, and it says I got to pay for it. But they
you only get to look once.
Yeah, they were saying Taylor Hall, Corey Perry, and Foligno all were bringing the Hawks down because you have to pay people to actually want to play in Chicago right now.
Taylor Hall is not bringing the Hawks down at $6 million.
Yeah, what?
The other two, absolutely. And I mean, you throw Anthony Ciu in there too. I mean, 4.25, he's not worth that.
Yeah, he was listed. He was listed too as a bad contract.
Okay, I'll check with us again in 2 years when everything's flipped.
Yeah,
literally after this season, when all of these guys' contracts are off the books, like, yeah, all right, well, classic. They know more than we do about hockey, obviously. So
I feel it's so subjective.
But whatever.
I feel like they're just upset with the Blackhawks still, and they're taking it out. They're lashing out. That's all it is.
We can't say that their best contract is Connor Bedard because it's an ELC. It's a contract.
It's the best contract.
It's the greatest contract in the NHL right now. So.
We gave him the max that he could earn on an ELC, and it's still a great deal.
Well, even when you look at Lululemon's contracts, it's the best contract that they have. Sure, the best contract they have.
When you look at the Hawks or Bedard contract through the eyes of a Hawks hater, they're paying him way too much for a kid who hasn't proven anything in the NHL. That's
what about Montreal? They're $4 million over the cap, and they're not even close to a playoff team.
Like that is so close. I am so close, just paying for the Athletics, so I can see the rest of these.
You didn't see like any of the.
I just
anything else on there really.
I mean, Toronto is $12 million over the cap, and they're still over the cap with all the LTIR.
Right.
So, can somebody explain? Please explain.
Yeah, I guess
I'll come Kansas and not Arkansas.
Figured it out. Okay. All right, so going back down to the Hawks.
What?
All right, so the Hawks, they have Taylor Radish at a B+, Ryan Donato B-, Taylor Hall C+, Boris C+, Blackwell and Kurashev all B+ or C+. Dickinson, Anthony CU at C's, Tyler Johnson, Corey Perry, and Foligno C-. Tenorti is the best offensive contract at the C+. Connor Murphy and Zaitsev both have D+, and Seth Jones D-. Those are the only ones that they graded on. They didn't give any goalie.
How about the fact that the Hawks have $12 million in cap space?
Yeah. Here's the thing. They admit that they gave out bad contracts to bring guys to Chicago.
Yeah.
So the whole article is kind of dumb.
Yeah.
Because you're rating them on
efficiency.
I just it's not good. They gave out bad contracts, but they're only a year long. That's a great contract. Yeah. How can you say it's a bad contract when it's actually not?
We're not locked in for 8 years at $4 million for fucking Nick Foligno and Corey Perry. Like, that's not how that works.
Oh my God. It's just
you don't. And last year the Hawks were ranked 29th, by the way.
You don't have Jordan Binnington for 4 more years at $6 million on your contract.
I also don't like that they don't put goalies on this list.
That's dumb.
It's because nobody knows how to rank goalies.
Montreal, to answer your question, is 26.
Huberdeau, fucking 10.5 for 8 more years, 55 points last year.
Bad contract.
Yeah, efficiency F-.
Yeah. Who's number
Fuck
one?
You.
Number one.
Yeah, number one.
You like Seattle?
Yeah.
Do you have a guess?
Or Minnesota. That'd be hilarious if it was Minnesota with their $15 million in dead cap.
Florida Panthers.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense because Matthew Tkachuk at 9.5.
A+.
Mark all that 10.
Brendan Mondor
really?
the best defenseman with an A.
One of the teams that has a no state tax has the best contracts. Get the fuck out of here.
Number 2 is Carolina.
Oh my God. I just freaked out. I went to Florida's cap friendly and I was looking at their defenseman and I was like, what happened that Gustav Forsling is their highest paid defenseman, Montour and Ekblad on their IR? I completely forgot. I was like, what the fuck happened?
Montour is about to have a fucking career year, better than last year. He's on a last year of his deal. Gets to get paid.
Yeah.
He's going to get paid, and it's not going to be in Florida.
Minnesota's ranked 6. By the way.
Minnesota's 6. That's fucking hilarious.
Boldy, Erickson Ek, and Kaprizov all have A+.
They have $14 million in dead cap.
And Ryan Hartman is.
And they want to tell me that their contract situation is fucking 6th overall in the league.
I guess
because they're working with a $68 million cap space.
I guess they're just talking about the contracts. They're not talking about the other shitty deals that they made by buying.
It's still a contract. Is it still not part of a contract?
Yeah, that's fair.
That's
weird. Oh my God, I forgot they got Pat Maroon.
This is
filling in that Ryan Reeves role that they traded away last year. 14
not
points.
even going to attempt to read that dude's name.
You got it.
Dom Lazazine.
You got it, man.
LUSZCS Y or LUS.
Is it like Lazinski?
ZCZYSZYN.
I catch a niner in there.
Oh, Lashizin or something like that.
Lashizin, yeah.
I'm just
a lot of Z's,
a
lot of Y's, and a lot of C's.
That's not a real name.
Maybe he got electrocuted when he was born.
Oh man. That's funny.
Man. All right. Any other else for Hawks?
Harrison X at 5.25 for 6 more years. Hot damn, that is a good contract, actually.
Yeah, it is.
They don't have bad contracts. It's just that dead cap kind of makes it look worse for them.
Yeah, well, it's very bad.
Right, but yeah,
I still don't understand why did they just keep Suter?
I don't know.
Like he was still playing well. Because like buy out Parise, they fine.
Apparently, there's a package deal. You bring them in together, you send them out together.
You got to buy us out together.
Yeah.
And then they don't even sign together at the next place.
Nobody's got enough
cap. Suter got paid and Parise's league min.
Yeah.
Suter can still play.
First of all, is Zach Parise still with? No, he's unsigned.
He's a free agent right now. Yeah.
There was people are like, that's a typical Lou Lamoriello deal. He's signed. He just hasn't, put the paperwork in, and it's going to be like training camp, first day of training camp. Oh yeah, by the way, Parise's on the team again.
Yeah, they don't have cap space.
He's been practicing with the team this entire time. Honestly, it'll probably be like after the season starts.
Yeah. So, anything else for NHL or Hawks talk?
I don't think so.
No, nothing I can think of.
All right, real quick, NHL talk. Swayman signs a 1 year. Was it 3.85 or 3.5?
3.475.
I'm literally on cap friendly. I'm just guessing. I was just swinging. I'm like staring at the page. I am enjoying all of these before arbitration, where the team's at, where the player's at, and then where the arbitrator ends up at. Like, I'm enjoying the hell out of these. Probably because, like we were talking about, this is just nothing. Like, there's no news coming out, so it's just that. But the whole Troy Terry, team's at 4 and he's at 8.5. Like, oh my god, dude! I want to know what the biggest gap was between like a player and the team for arbitration.
That's got to be close to it. That's got to be really close, I think.
$4.5 million. That's a lot, man.
But that's a typical.
I thought he was at 8.
He was at 8, I thought.
Yeah.
Was it 8? Oh, okay. I mean, I think it was 8. $4 million.
It's still close. Yeah.
Like that. That's strictly fuck you, Anaheim. Pay me. We suck. We're not doing anything. You're gonna pay me to stay here. Type of money right there. They still haven't signed Zegras either, which is interesting.
If the arbitrator looks at it, he's like, "Oh, you're fucking kidding." He's gonna be like, "Yeah, 4.5, bud. That's what you're gonna get."
Yeah, like I was going
crazy.
I was going through. So his highest season was 67 points, which was 2 years ago. He had 61 last year. I was looking at guys that who got 60 points last year. I mean, granted, there's some guys that are overpaid at like 9-10 mil. Well, no, mostly it was like 9, but like all of them averaged like 6 most. Like they're like 5.5, 6.
Here's the greatest thing is like on Hockey Reference, like towards the bottom of like a player's page, there's like similarity scores, and like close enough to him is Michael Bunting. It's like a similarity score. And what did he just get paid?
Was it like 4.5? I think. No, I think it was 4.5.
Let's see.
What do you even sign with?
That's funny.
Never find the team I'm looking for.
I know. I'm looking right now.
4.5 for 3 years.
Yeah, 4.5. Yeah. Which is funny because like when you think of Mike Bunting and you think of Troy Terry, you do not think that they are similar players whatsoever.
Yeah.
Bunting definitely played above his means playing with fucking Matthews and Marner, but I mean he's gonna be good in Carolina. But yeah, I would not associate them two together.
It's pretty funny.
That is really funny.
61 points, 20 goals, or 23 goals, 38 assists. What did Bunting have? 49 points, 23 goals, 26 assists.
And he was playing on their top line.
Yeah.
And he played all 82 games.
Jesus.
Terry only played 70.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You and Dice were like Dice was like 5, you were like 6, and I'm like, that just seems like way too much.
I feel like it's gonna end up being like 5.5.
Can the arbitrator come back and say you both are wrong and give him like 3?
Just like goes even under. Like, yeah.
It's like in Billy Madison. You have now made everybody stupider in this room. I reward you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Fucking jeez.
Is there any more of those come out yet?
There's the one that's I think it's hilarious. It wasn't in arbitration, but Jack McBain in Arizona, like they put out their numbers, and I think that they did a pre-arbitration like signing, and he got $1,599,999.
I did see that, yeah.
Just a dollar shy of 1.6. And I want to know why.
Arizona's like, we got a penny pinch, man. We're bringing Cooley in. We got a penny pinch.
I want to know why. Just why. Just like, there's got to be some weird. Maybe like Jack McBain hates round numbers. Like
his number like 59 or something like that. I don't know. What it was like
he's number 20. He's number 22.
I don't know. It's weird.
Philip Gustafson, I think they landed pre-arbitration at 3.75 for 3 years. I think that's a good deal. He's played really hot for Minnesota going into the end of the season.
He stole the job from Fleury. I really like that deal. That's a good deal for 3 years too. That's solid. He came out and said he was like, I want to be Minnesota's number 1 starter in the next like 3 years. And I'm like, you already are.
Yeah, right.
Like,
I think he's going to take over more and more. He's
just probably going to be a good guy and not piss off, like, respecting Fleury and all that kind of stuff.
Well,
like
Fleury's about to hit 1,000 games. I'm sure he wants to see that too.
And I mean, Fleury's done after this year, anyways. Like his contract's up. Like it sounds like everything leads to him retiring anyway. So
unless he wants to come to Chicago,
ride out into the sunset with
Bedard. Play with Bedard.
Puck Report NHL for him has got him in the Minnesota reverse retro. Can they fucking just change to those color schemes?
Is it like the green and yellow?
Yeah.
And he's got the yellow pads.
Oh god, so sick.
Full Fleury on them. Yeah, those are nasty.
Trent Frederick too.
Is that arbitration or was that pre-arb?
So it came out that the team was at 2 years 1.4. He was at 1 year at 2.9, and then they just signed 2 years at 2.3.
Yeah, was he like a third or fourth liner? I don't know. I don't know how good he is.
Where was Boston on that?
He might be jumping up now.
I guess he's probably going to be on the first or second line this time.
Where was Boston at on that fucking list? That's what I want to know. Pull that bad boy back up because I need to see where these guys are at. I mean, honestly, you said goalies aren't a part of that. 8.45 for Allmark and Swayman. That's pretty solid. Like total 8.4475. Like for basically a tandem goalies, that's solid.
Boston's at number 4
for best contracts.
Yeah, they're ranking at A-.
I guess that makes sense, right? Like Brad Marchand's been on a $6 million contract. He's like a point per game player.
He's got 2 years left at 6.1.
I guess I'm just basing it off.
Hampus Lindholm was nasty. Kevin Shattenkirk signed with them.
Jesus, Lindholm.
They had the most odd signings this offseason with Kevin Shattenkirk, James Van Riemsdyk, and the other one? Oh yeah, fucking Milan Lucic.
Lucic is back. They got Morgan Geeky too.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. This team isn't going to be great.
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
Pasternak's going to have to do a lot.
Everything.
60 plus goals.
He is
for a division that is just getting better. They definitely did not.
No, they didn't.
They were fucking
one of the best centermen of all in NHL history.
I know they were sitting there. They're like, oh, Bergeron, he takes as much time as he needs, but there's got to be part of them that's like, dude, what the fuck? Like, you couldn't give us some. What's up, guys? As you know, the show is brought to you by DraftKings, and new customers, download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code THPN. Bet just $5 to score $150 in bonus bets instantly. That's code THPN only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Massachusetts, call 800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelpline.org. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Kansas, call 1-800-247-00. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino Resort, on West Virginia, gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.1800gambler.net. All games regulated by West Virginia Lottery. Please play responsibly in partnership with Hollywood Casino at Charlestown's Race in Connecticut. Help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. 21 plus in most eligible states, but age varies by jurisdiction. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details and state-specific responsible gambling resources. Bonus bets expire 7 days after insurance. One boost per eligible game. Opt-in require max bet $50. 10 plus leg required for 100% boost. Eligibility, wagering deposit restrictions apply. Terms at sportsbook.draftkings.com/baseball terms. Even if you're not going on vacation, summer is all about a vacation state of mind. Whether I want to listen to Luke Combs on repeat or just need to retreat inside my own head for a bit, I love creating my own summer soundtrack by popping in my Raycon wireless earbuds. There's so much going on all summer. Sometimes you need some upbeat music to pump you up before you see people or to stay calm with some guided meditation. I love my Raycon headphones for, listening to my country playlist up on the lake or any of the great podcasts from the Hockey Podcast Network. Just get to hear all my hockey news. Let me tell you right now, Raycons are the best way to listen. Use earbud tap functions to toggle between 3 customizable sound profiles, noise isolation, and awareness mode. Raycons have a 32-hour battery life, including 8 hours of playtime, so you can listen to what you want when you want for a really long time. They come with custom gel tips for the most comfortable in-ear fit. They start at half the price of other premium audio brands, but they sound just as good. And Raycon comes with a 30-day happiness guarantee, so you really can't lose. Create your own soundtrack with Raycon. Right now, WCB podcast listeners can get 15% off Raycon. Order at buyraycon.com/THPN. That's buyraycon.com/THPN to save 15% off on Raycons. Buyraycons.com/THPN. Like I feel like he fucked them a little bit.
No fucking way. They just set a record in the regular season on
No, I'm saying by
being I'll come back and play.
But I'm just saying though, kind of for waiting until everything's died down and all that.
One, what were they gonna do whether they knew or not? 2, everybody knew he was done.
All right, fair.
And I'm sure he gave them the word before he gave it out to the rest of the world. I'm sure he was like, yeah, no, I am done. I want to let everybody know on my terms, but just so you know, I'm done. But they went out and got Lucic and JVR and Shattenkirk and picked up Ian Mitchell because they don't have cap space because Krejci and Bergeron both hit all of their bonuses, and they're it's 3 or
6 million, 5 million,
6. Was it 3?
I know Bergeron was 3.
They have dead cap space because
it's 4.5 carryover bonus overages.
Yeah, that's
for both or
$4.5 million.
No. All together.
Yeah,
that's just it's listed in the breakdown of their salary breakdown on Cap Friendly.
It's only $250,000 less than their number 1 center.
All right, that's on me. I always forget about the fucking bonuses carrying over. That's my bad. I apologize. Calm the fuck down. Don't get so angry.
Pavel Zacha's making 4.75. Their number 1 center, and their 2 guys making bonuses retired are making 4.5. That's on the Bruins. That's not on Bergeron. Yeah. I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at this list. It all comes back to
Oh shit. All right. Well, the other news, Tarasenko signs 1 year, 5 million in Ottawa.
Apparently, I don't know if you guys saw, but apparently he was offered like a multi-year, like 5+ million from Ottawa, and he like kind of turned it down.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was like see other offers, and then he like turned back, and they're like, yeah, just 1 year, and he's like, okay. Like,
was that before he fired his agents, or is that with the new agents?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that was before, because I think it was before the whole Carolina situation. I believe that. I don't remember fully, but I believe it was before the Carolina situation.
Didn't he get like a $6 million 1 year from somebody too?
Yeah, I forget who that was. Yeah, I can't remember who that was.
I don't know. I think he's banking on the cap going up next year.
Yeah, but I mean, he's got a lot of injuries, and that's just another year older for him. Like, he needs to. I would have signed as many years as I could for him at his stage. Like, there's guys that a 1 year deal work for, but I don't think
maybe he's feeling good, and he's just like, I'll rock it out this year. Maybe he's looking for, like, if Ottawa's not it this season, like, get me out of here at the trade deadline. Sign a fucking ticket somewhere, like, when the cap goes up, and try and get like at least 3-4 years out of it. I mean, he's in a good spot on a team that, like, if they're playing well, they're fucking playoff bound. But like, if they're not, like, if that defense and that goaltending doesn't fucking hold up, like, get me the fuck out of here. I'm on a 1 year deal.
We're talking about him being over the hill, and he's fucking 31 years old. He's younger than me, and we're talking like he's.
Is he 30? I thought he was 33 or 34.
31.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, he's gonna be playing with Brady Kachuk and Timmy Stutz. Like,
ooh,
yeah,
they're gonna
be eating him the puck. I think he's a better fit in that scenario than DeBrincat was. Like, I think he's gonna be able to pop more home than DeBrincat was able to in Ottawa.
Well, DeBrincat wasn't playing that line. He was playing.
No, I'm just saying, like, in that lineup. Like, I think in that lineup better. Yeah. So yeah, that's gonna be. It's gonna be
so excited to see DeBrincat in fucking Detroit, which is so weird to say, but
that's what I'm saying. Like, Tarasenko in Ottawa with that lineup, I feel like it just makes more sense. And Detroit, DeBrincat, like, that just makes more sense to me. Like, it just seems like it's gonna be a better fit.
And Connor Bedard in Chicago, like, everything works right.
That one just seems like that one's too perfect of a fit. You know what I mean? And it's just like, I could see like Stanley Cups and the future, and, you know, Art Ross's and just all.
I was gonna say Tarasenko reminds me of like the Heatley Hossa, like, Gaborik kind of player that Ottawa ends up with.
Love it.
And you're like, oh, he's just gonna fucking put in 40 plus fucking goals.
The Triple H, the Heatley Hossa Havlat.
Yeah. Havlat. Yeah. It's that kind of player, man. It's that European that's just like known for scoring goals. And
just can have silky mitts.
Yeah. It's got the mid 2000s Ottawa vibe right now.
Yeah. Danny Alfred, Jason Spezza.
Yeah. I don't know if it's just because we're talking about Ottawa. And
I don't know. Stutzla is like.
Have we talked about the Blackhawks retaining salary in EK trade before?
I feel like at some point, maybe.
Because I was reading something that people are like, the Hawks are like the one that makes the most sense, but it's like, I don't know if I want that.
Dude, Arizona, they would make more sense than that.
4 years of retaining salary.
And what's the max you can do? Like 25?
Well, it would be half of whatever.
Yeah.
Or that's the max basically. If they're retaining half, then I guess not. You could just retain half of the salary. Like, they could trade the whole salary to us, and we could retain half of it.
So we could take on like what, 6 point or
like 5.75 or whatever.
I saw San Jose was willing to retain up to 38%.
Which I think bringing it down to like 8 or something, 8.5
or something. So then it would have been like, the Hawks would be retaining like just over 4 million, which I don't know if I want that for 4 years.
If it's not the worst thing in the world if we get something good out of it, because you think about it, like Bedard's contract will be needing to get paid at that point in that 4th year, but like guys like Oliver Moore and Frank Nazar, like those guys aren't going to.
Depends on when they come in, though.
Year 4, the earliest.
But depending on where he goes, like, what could you really get? Because I mean, like, the rumors of him going to Pittsburgh, like,
Pittsburgh, and they got nothing. Yeah,
like they don't have
fucking first round pick. Like,
yeah, but
retain
like
salary.
First round pick, and they're gonna be pushing for playoffs, so it's gonna be like not even like top 16.
Yeah, but
like,
we have the cap space to like not give a shit about it.
Yeah, but like it's not. That's the contract where it's like,
what if it's a first round pick in
that
like
4th year? Like, I'm
years.
not happy about it.
First round pick in like 3 or 4 years when Pittsburgh
not
is fucking
protected
so
either.
Downhill.
Not protected, but in 2 years. Not this year, but this year. Yeah.
Get like 2026 first round pick.
What did Ottawa and Colorado do? Whatever they did, that worked out pretty well. So
that was Ottawa just kept their pick and then they fucking sucked again.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the pick that they kept was Brady Tkachuk. So like it's that, or you give up Brady Tkachuk and then get Cale Makar.
Yeah,
so I don't know. I mean,
it's your team.
Those are good picks.
Yeah.
If it was like,
I don't think Cale Makar does as well as Brady Tkachuk did in Ottawa. So I think it worked out well.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
I mean,
imagine Brady Tkachuk in Colorado, though.
Can you imagine Brady Tkachuk and Cale Makar in Ottawa instead of them getting fucking Matt Duchene?
Well, Thomas Chabot, Cale Makar action.
Oh God! Oh my God!
All Ottawa fans listening to this are on suicide watch right now, just thinking about the possibility there.
To be fair, you probably don't end up with Timmy Stutz because
that's true.
You're probably doing a little bit better. So. Yeah. And Stützle's nasty.
Yeah, he's so good.
That kid's sick.
Is one Stützle worth though? Like no Makar and Tkachuk? You rather the 2 or the 1?
I think Brady Tkachuk and Stützle is like the best combo of the 3.
Yeah,
because they are so good together.
Yeah. Just imagine.
Last question I'm gonna ask now because I'm like excited about hockey season.
Yeah, bud.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
What?
It's highlight real time, man.
Not taking Chicago out of this question. What team are you most looking forward to watching this year?
I mean, I'll take the Leafs out of that one too. Honestly, I'm very excited for
Buffalo.
Yeah.
Buffalo.
Yep. Dude, I'm fucking stoked for Buffalo. Like, I want to see Tage Thompson just tear it up again. Like, watching his highlight reels today, like, he's so big and he's so strong on the puck and his reach is unbelievable. Like, he's so sick. Like, him and Tuck just have something together. I'm excited to see Dahlin. Dahlin looked like a first overall pick last year, finally. So, like, another year of him. Owen Power playing again. Like, I want to see what their goaltending can do if they go out and get another goalie. But like Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, it's just fun to say. So I'm just excited about that. Like, I'm
fucking
that's the team. Oh, dude, I say that all the time. That's Andrew's favorite goalie just because I say it all the time. She's like, that's I'm like, you know who's in there for Buffalo? She's like, Ukko. I'm like, oh yeah.
Well, that's right.
But yeah, I'd say Buffalo. Yeah.
I think the Eastern Conference too is just most exciting to look for.
That division. I feel like there's gonna be some movement in that division finally after so many years.
I feel like watching like Ottawa, what they could possibly be, Detroit, if they're ready to make that turn again, Buffalo, like all those teams that were just flirting on the outside of the playoffs last year, they did just enough. They added just the right pieces to kind of be like, ooh, like let's fucking go.
I'm also
East is gonna be a fucking battle.
Well, that's what we said last year, and I mean, look what happened in the playoffs. We were saying it from the first round that the East was just gonna beat the shit out of each other, and a team from the West would probably just sneak on through the playoffs, and it's exactly what happened, dude. Florida was just so banged up by the time the final came around that Vegas was like a cakewalk. Like it could easily happen again. Just looking at the East versus West, man, like it's gross, but I'm excited for, I guess, out of the West. One, Seattle, like to see how they play again.
How they build.
Yeah. But Edmonton too. I mean, They looked good at the end of the year. Adding Ekholm was huge. I want to see how Skinner can do again this year. Maybe Campbell can come in and play better than he did last year. Like
it's their defense though. Their defense needs to step up so much better.
Adding Ekholm was huge, but it's still not enough. Especially because their goaltending isn't as great. But it's. I mean, David Draisaitl. Like it's just
Evan Bouchard's still not signed too.
Oh fuck, that's right.
Yeah, so
they're fucking quarterback of their power play.
Yeah, figure that out.
God, dude, I won so many bets betting on Bouchard to get a power play point on Edmonton last year. It was awesome.
So it's gonna be like one of the easiest ones.
Yeah, well, the first couple games it was like plus money, and then after like the fifth game of me hitting it in a row, it finally was like minus 200, and it was like, okay, well, it's not worth betting anymore. The odds makers finally figured it out.
I'm gonna throw another team out there with Columbus.
Yeah.
Columbus will be fucking fun to watch if Werenski stays healthy. Oh man, and I mean if the team in general stays healthy.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like this is a season preview conversation, but also just like the other thing it really said to watch is the Calder race.
Yeah.
Devils.
I mean, it's gonna be
what they did last year.
Yeah.
It's a lot of Eastern Conference fun.
Who is coming in second? Who is coming in second place at Connor Bedard for the Calder Trophy? That's what I'm excited for.
I just hope Connor Bedard doesn't have a Connor McDavid season.
Don't even start.
Yep.
But that means another Hawks rookie is going to win it because Panarin won it that year.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how it works. No, it's going to be an Edmonton rookie.
Oh, shit. All right.
I don't know. I think Luke Hughes could definitely be there.
And Tilly's going to be fun, too, man.
Dude, that kid's shot is unreal. Like, just because so many people were talking about Bedard and then Carlson went second overall, like, I think I was sleeping on how good Fantilli was. Like, it was like, I know it's 1, 2, maybe 3, but like now I'm like seeing highlights out of development camp and like, fuck, dude, he's good.
See, like,
just remember from like World Juniors, man. Like,
yeah.
Bedard was the show. Fantilli was on the fucking team. Bedard was the show.
He was like fourth line though. Like he wasn't even getting top minutes because Bedard was out there just lighting it up. So it was like he didn't even get a shot.
But didn't he fucking tear it up for Canada at the World Championship too though? Like in the summer?
He did actually.
Like he had a fucking huge.
Lit it up. That's right. I forgot he did that. Yeah. Honestly, I feel like that. Well, he didn't end up going second overall, but I feel like that helped his case a lot. Especially.
I'm pumped about Fantilli because it's like I mentally prepare myself for the Hawks to finish like second, like get the second pick, and I was like trying to convince myself. I'm like, okay, it's fine. Fantilli's gonna be awesome. And the more I watched, I was like, oh, okay, this kid's fucking sick. And then when we got first round, I was like, fuck yeah, and I was like, oh, but wait, that means we can't get Fantilli though. Like,
then it became like, how could the Hawks trade up to get?
Yeah, right.
Well, what our group. Was it our group chat or was it somebody's fantasy name settle for Fantilli?
Oh, it was the playoff bracket name.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, no way, homie.
Immediately, you're like, Tanner, you were like, who the fuck is this? Absolutely not. We're not settling.
It worked out.
Yeah. Oh shit. All right. Let's move on to the last segment of the show. We're going to do a little bit of a draft. It's going to be a Blackhawks decade draft. So basically the rules are you have to pick one player from each decade going from 1960 all the way up to the 2010s. One player per decade. You need a center, 2 wingers, 2 defensemen, and a goalie. If a player is played in multiple decades, you cannot pick them for both decades. They have to, once they're picked for one decade, they're off the board.
Right.
Have to play a minimum 150 games per decade, or for the decade that they're being
for the decade that you're choosing them in.
Yeah. So let's get this order predicted here. We're gonna do a little wheel spin.
Oh, we're doing this again.
We're doing this again.
I thought I had first.
Spin that wheel. Come on, baby.
Yeah.
Collusion. Why is there only collusion?
Do you want to spin it again?
No, it's okay.
You got it. Whatever. Honestly, I feel like the pressure's on for first for first overall. So
No, I know exactly who I would pick.
Oh, well, yeah, you go first. Well, yeah, well.
Are you going second too? Sick.
Yes.
Why don't you take your name out? Yeah.
All right.
That works better.
Damn. All right.
And then second overall.
This looks like what is that? What was that game? Simon?
Yeah, it does. I guess I go last now.
Bullshit. That order, baby.
All right.
And then
What?
third.
Blue Tanner, not red
Right.
Tanner. You gotta go blue.
Okay, I gotta go with my blue team. Sounds good.
Sounds good. Back up.
All right. So now we're going to be also snake drafting it too. So
Dude, second perfect. You know, for snake draft, I'll take that. Sorry, go ahead.
All right. I am taking for let's go 1960. I'm taking Stan Mikita.
Oh, you fucker, dude! Dude, that was my 70 pick.
That was gonna probably be my 1-1, but we had to flop the order around, so that's fine.
Hey, I put it in the group text and said, "Let's do it live on the pod," and everybody's like, "Oh, yeah, that's good." Dude, oh man, you just screwed up my whole fucking team on the first pick. I knew that. You know what? I knew this was gonna happen, and I was like, "Why are you making a full team?" Like you're just gonna end up upset. And now I didn't think it'd happen first pick. But as soon as I saw Jarom was getting, I was like, he's gonna fucking take Nikita. I don't know what to do now.
That's gonna be my first pick too. So
I think that's everybody's first pick.
I was a little unsure if anybody would try and take Kane first, but I kind of appreciate that everybody went with would have gone with Nikita. That's pretty sick.
I mean, he's Mr. Blackhawk, man.
I don't think that's a thing. But fuck, dude, I don't know who to go with. So let's go down the middle. Let's do the 80 through 89. Let's take Dennis Savard.
Okay.
All right, fucking write this down and figure out what the hell I'm doing now.
All right. I guess I'm just gonna go 2000s and go Kaner.
You're going 2000?
2000 Kaner.
He
2000s Kaner.
Did he play?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
Okay. Yeah, he did.
I checked it.
Okay, just make sure.
So 2000s Kaner.
It's so hard. I had I had it set, and I knew that this was gonna happen. I was like, I should set a second team aside, and I'm like, no,
you didn't think that one of us was gonna take McKee?
No. I was like, prepare yourself because it's not gonna go well. Just prepare. I couldn't prepare because I was set. I was ready.
Well, here's the thing. It's just because I don't know what to do decade wise now.
Right, exactly. Who do I take in the 70s now? I know.
Okay. So I think that do I think that my guy that I want from the 60s is gonna still be there later on?
Right,
do I just go somewhere else? So
right.
That's why I'm thinking for this pick, I go. Fuck me.
Dude, this is hard. This is a great fucking draft idea, I think.
All right, so I think I'm gonna do fuck motherfucker. Okay, we're going 70s.
Okay.
The light just going out. We're going 70s and we're going Doug Wilson.
Okay.
Going Doug Wilson with the 70s pick.
You wanna know what's really awesome, actually? He was gonna be my 80s pick.
I had him on the 80s too.
But I had to switch it up there.
Okay. Good. Because that's what I didn't really have many players for the 70s.
Let's go. I'll stick to your 70s. I think we're all just trying to knock out the old guys first because we're We can mix and match like once it gets like closer.
Yeah.
Like the old guys, it's like fuck, we need a high end. I'm gonna go a defenseman, the 70s, Keith Magnuson.
Yeah. Oh, you fucker.
Yeah, buddy.
God damn it. 70s. All right. I'm trying to just keep track, make sure I have everybody what they're doing. All right. So I'm going to just stick with 70s. We'll clear out the 70s here.
Okay.
Defenseman.
Wait, did we clear out the 80s? Oh, no. Because you did 60s first, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
70s defenseman. I'm going Phil Russell.
Okay.
70s.
Back to you.
And then I'm going to do 80s. I don't need a center. Do 80s winger Steve Larmer.
Fuck.
All right. I'm going to go 60s. Now I got my 60s in that Glenn Hall, baby.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
tight, totally.
Okay, so now I got my 2.
Yeah.
So I guess what we'll do here is we'll clear out the 60s. Let's finish the 60s. I'm gonna go Bobby Hall.
Bobby Hall.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah.
Or did you guys do right wing, left wing, or did you just do?
I just did 2 wingers.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Yeah, totally. I went left and right deep.
I just went 2 wingers. And then so I already had. All right, so I got 60s, 70s, and 2000s. Let's go 80s and go Esposito in net.
Nice.
So I got this is kind of the team, not really the team that I want, but
I really wanted the original team I made. I had Glenn Hall in net, and like I first looked at the goalies and I was like, I'm putting Hobby Bolin in, and then I looked at like the 2000 to 2009 decade. I'm like, no, I want somebody else in there, but I really wanted to put Hobby.
Yeah, I have him written down here too as a possible guy.
Yeah,
could go for.
All right, so finishing out my D, I'm going 90s, and I'm going Chelly.
Okay.
Chelly. Okay.
Fucking bruisers on the back end. You got Keith Magnuson, Chris Chelios, and Glenn Hall just whacking at your ankles.
Isn't that 1-2 in all-time penalty minutes in Blackhawk history too?
I think it is.
Because I know Chelios is 1. All right.
Just bullies.
Well, I can take my time picking a goalie. That's nice.
Yeah. You just gotta figure out what decade you can pull from.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna be that guy. You're gonna make fun of me. Oh, you did it.
Tony Monte.
Here comes Tony Monte.
Can't believe it lasted this long.
90s a Monte for my winger. And then my D, I'm going to go. Because now it's basically what goalie do I want?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be your last pick, right? Like you don't need to.
Pick. What decade are you in?
No.
Because I got a defenseman and a goalie, so it's like I have to do either. What was it? 2000, 2010.
You
So
just have
do
the
I
2000s.
2000s or 2010s? So do I have to? So it's like, do I want a forward or a defenseman or? All right, let's go. I'm going Jocelyn Tebow for goalie.
Oof, nice.
All right.
Oh fuck, dude. I had a plan, and I figured Kane would be gone, but he's still there. So now I'm like, what do I do?
Who?
Kaner.
Did
you take him?
Yeah, I took him first.
Yeah.
Oh, you did? All right.
Yeah. 2000s. 2000s Kaner.
I didn't pay attention to anything after what Jim like around. I was just so rattled. Okay. All right. Cool. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. All right. Then I'm gonna go 2010s. Give me Panarin.
Okay. Yeah, I had him down. Great. I get to clear it off. Rest of my picks.
Yep.
I guess it doesn't matter who goes first, but we're going 90s, going JR.
Yeah.
And then 2010s, Nicholas Hjalmarsson.
That's
buddy.
Yeah, that's what
I
was
wanted
like.
Hammer so bad. I wanted Hammer so bad.
Yeah, I was hoping he would still be there. So maybe it does work out well that I went third instead of first.
Yeah.
Fuck,
so it's back to me.
God damn it. That's what I was the whole reason I picked. God, I just realized that. God damn it.
Oh man. Okay. Well,
It's not like you don't have plenty of defensemen to choose from.
yeah, right.
No, I know, but still, I was like,
fuck me. You have Keith and Seabrook out there still, but Jarom said fuck you. I appreciate the love for Jarom.
Yeah,
I
right?
really do.
That's what I was thinking about wearing my Hjalmarsson shirt, and I was like, I don't want to give any hints.
I don't want to. All right. To finish it out, my 2000s, I gotta do it. Freaking Marty. Give me Hovland.
I was thinking it.
I didn't know what you needed left. I was like, if he says Hovland, I'm going to be a little disappointed because I threw out Panarin. And I was like, oh, if Hovland's not there, I'll just throw out Hossa. Hossa didn't have 150. Well, I guess he played 150 games in 2000s, but not with the Hawks.
Not with the Hawks, yeah. Sweet. Nobody took Hossa?
No. That's a little surprising.
Yeah.
All right. I guess I will go.
God, it's like I'm enjoying my team. It's just weird, like I don't have a single guy from the Stanley Cup runs.
What?
Taking,
you have Panarin and
Hovland, and then I have
Hovland. Oh yeah! Oh my god!
Yeah, right. Not a single guy.
All right, I'm taking Keith. Keith for 20 times.
Take Keith.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I mean, those are some good fucking teams.
Honestly, I only had to switch two guys on my original plan, so I'm not that upset actually. So, Jim, what was your final team?
I should have took Hjalmarsson. I literally said I can just wait on goalie, and I should have took Hjalmarsson, but then I take goalie, and I left Hjalmarsson on the board.
Yeah.
God damn, I'm a fucking idiot.
Yeah, you messed up.
I'm glad you did that.
Yeah. So what's your final team, Jarom?
So I got Mikita for 60 at center, Larmer 80s winger, Amante.
I would
90s.
say can you just read it like the lineup?
Okay.
Yeah, you have to.
Mikita, Larmer, Amante, Russell, Keith, Tebow.
Tanner, what's yours?
At center, Jeremy Roenick. His wings, Bobby Hull and Patty Kane. Defenseman, Doug Wilson and Hjalmarsson, and in net, Esposito.
Damn, that's funny.
Yeah, it's a good team.
That's a good one. Yeah, then I got center, Savoir-Faire, Dennis Savard. His wingers are Marty Hovland and Artemi Panarin. Then we got Keith Magnuson, Chris Chelios on the back end, and in net we got Glenn Hall. My back end is just gonna beat the shit out of anybody.
Yeah. You have so much finesse
doing the decades.
You have so much finesse on that front end, and then your back end is just fucking bruisers.
Yeah. Like you three don't. There's no 2-line pass. You guys don't cross our own blue line. Like we'll just feed you guys the puck. Stay in center ice.
Yeah. It's hard with like just having the decades in there. Not like we don't have Taves, we don't have Hossa. It's like obviously like we love those players, but like you have one position and you have to choose one from every decade. It's like, well, I don't want to be stuck taking a center that's like not that good from the 80s. Like,
I mean, right? Like I mean, my list of centers to take was either Taves, obviously, Alexei Zhamnov, and then Roenick, Savard, Nikita, like 3 Hall of Famers. Like, how do you not try and just work on those 3?
Here's the centers that I had written down: Stan Mikita, Phil Esposito, Pitt Martin,
No.
Dennis
Pitt
Savard, Troy Murray, Daryl Suter, Ronik Jamnoff, Mark Bell, Tyler Arneson, Michael Nylander, and Jonathan Taves.
You went way too far into that.
What the fuck?
I was making sure I was like covered because I was like, I know you guys are gonna take somebody I want, and I gotta make sure I had somebody.
I feel with Mark Bell.
I don't know, Tyler Arneson, I guess.
Dude, my 90s wingers.
Oh, you took Nikita first? I'm gonna go with Arneson. I don't know what to do. I don't need to pick a goalie right now, but I'm gonna take a goalie and let you take Hammer.
Yeah, that was
your list helps out so much.
I waited to get a center after you guys both took centers. I was like, I guess I'll just take the AR then. It kind of fits.
Yeah. Yeah, Mikita, Savard, and Ronik all taken. Yeah, that makes sense.
I was thinking about taking Probert.
that was one too. I like, yeah.
Fucking Belfour's left off the list too.
Yeah.
It's crazy. That's fun. I like that. Let's do that again for another team.
Yeah, I was gonna say you want to just pick teams?
Yeah.
I had a ringer for a defenseman and Jack O'Callahan.
I hit him too.
Did you? Yeah.
I always forget that he played for the Hawks. I was like, oh fuck yeah.
I didn't know that.
Sick little drop. But
well, hell yeah. There it is.
I also had Dale Talon in the 70s defenseman too, just in case.
Yeah, I didn't scroll that far when I was looking at the decades and games played for players. It's like, if it's not at the top of the list, it's not worth looking at.
I picked one player from each decade for each position written down. That's all I have.
Yeah, pretty much. But, same.
Yeah, let us know what team you guys like, which you think would be the best lineup, or who you just like overall name-wise. Like, yeah, just let us know what you guys think about our lineups.
All right, Tanner, what do you want to call this one?
Fucking hate it.
I tried to give you a little gap there. Like,
I can't stop thinking to just call it. Like, there's nothing like punish with like draft, like decades draft, like Blackhawks decades draft, like
drafting through the decades.
Yeah, right. But it's not like there's any kind of pun or anything funny.
You're just so rattled you didn't get the first dad jack. Yeah, you didn't get it.
It's the De-Hawk-ades draft.
The Hawk-ades.
I'm gonna leave now.
De-Hawk-ades. De-Hawk-ades. Drafting through the De-Hawk-ades.
That sounds really bad.
What if we called that like the Hawks history, like through the De-Hawk-ades?
The De-Hawk-ades. He has the most points in De-Hawk-ades history.
Most points in De-Hawk-ades history. Yeah, that's a good one, man.
How would you even spell that?
DEHAWKADES.
De-Hawk-ades history.
Yeah, I think we nailed it.
Fuck! I'm upset that I'm into it now.
You can put like fucking hyphens if you want, like D and then Hawk, ADES, the Hawk-ades draft. That's we nailed it, boys.
Right.
Got it.
We workshop it live and then we fucking nail it.
Let's wrap it up and listen to this robot tell us the recording stopped.
Episode 234. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcast. DraftKings promo code THPN, Raycon promo code THPN. I think it's like 10 or 15% off headphones. I'm not sure. I haven't looked at the ad yet. Follow social media at WCB Podcast, at WCB at Network, or WCBN _ I don't know what that was either. But yeah, we'll see you on the next one.
I don't know what it is either.
I don't know what it is. I don't know. I didn't pay attention. I didn't think that far through. I'm not used to it yet. So
all right. Love you, boys.
Later, boys.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to the WCB Podcast. Be sure to subscribe wherever you heard this podcast. To connect with Jarom and Tanner, check out the boys at WCB Podcast on all social media. We'll see you next time.